In most cases, that's not true. In most cases, that's not true. You know, it's not true that we have no control over who we fall in love with. Because just think about it. What kind of people have you fallen in love with in the past, if you've ever fallen in love with? There's usually something about them that led you that made you open or predisposed to falling in love with them. Maybe they met the height criteria you look for, or maybe, they've got social status, or they're financially stable or even wealthy. Maybe they are a rebel, but there was something there that initially appealed to you that made you open yourself up to that person, which essentially led you to fall in love with that person. So in that sense, you had control over who you fell in love with, right? You did, you know? Why is it that you don't like you tend not to like redheads? So you tend not to like redheads, so what happens? You don't really communicate with redheads, right? As a result, you have a less likelihood of falling in love with a redhead than you would a blonde head because, hey, guess what? You tend to like blonde heads, all right? So yes, there are those examples whereby, the rare examples where someone will fall in love with someone who's completely out of the norm of what they were looking for or anything like that. But typically, for the most part, people do have some control over the type of people they interact with. And usually there's something about that person that appeals to them, and thereby they open up themselves and they fall in love. So you do have control for the most part.